In my paper and speech, I argued why fostering shelter dogs with anxiety or behavior issues is more effective than volunteering at a shelter. In this video, I will show the effects of anxiety on shelter dogs, the behavior conditions of shelter dogs with behavior problems or anxiety, and get some professional opinions to determine the most effective way the community can help these shelter dogs. I volunteered at the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri for almost 68 hours. It is a non-profit and no-kill animal shelter that takes in stray animals when there is room. Out of the many dogs I worked with, I want to focus on one. This is Spicebush, a 9-month-old treeing Walker coonhound. She and her litter mates were found under a porch and left to die. When I would walk by her kennel, she would hide in the back and bark. She wouldn't take treats from me or get close enough for me to put the lead on. It was clear Spicebush was struggling with anxiety and trust. It took many weeks to get her to come out of the kennel, and even then, she was still super cautious. After months of slowly trying to get her comfortable with me, I noticed one day she began to wag when I came to the kennel. There was no more hiding in the back. Slowly but surely, she was coming out of her shell. She began to act like a dog, playing with toys and running around. After months of taking just 15 minutes almost every day to help her become more comfortable and curious, she turned into a totally different dog and went to her forever home in December. The longer I spent my time at the shelter, the more I wondered what the community could do to help these poor animals. I interviewed the foster coordinator at the Humane Society and longtime foster parents for some opinions.
My name's Alex Heath. I'm the foster coordinator at the Humane Society. So a lot of the behavioral issues that shelter dogs have is excessive barking, very high energy. A lot of times people see those behaviors in a shelter because they're super excited to see people. They want your attention. They're going to bark at you. They're going to jump around trying to get your attention. They're going to do what they can in order to try to get somebody to come over to them. And a lot of people don't want that in their home, but they don't realize that the dogs in a shelter, they are having so much thrown at them all at once that they just get overstimulated, overexcited, and they start developing these behaviors, and they become very, very common because they're doing it every single day, all day long. Apply to foster with us on our website, swh.org. You can share our Facebook posts. We are always looking for fosters, adopters, donators. So anytime we have a post out, you can always share that, asking for your friends, your family, anybody to help with fostering animals with us. We are especially always looking for fosters for puppies and kittens, bottle babies. It's kitten puppy season right now, and especially our behavioral dogs, because we do have a lot of dogs who have been here for a long time as well.
We are Amy and Steve Scher, and we have been fostering dogs longer than Mollie's been alive. We have fostered numerous dogs, I can't even count.
From puppies to adults.
From puppies to adults to older dogs. It's difficult to foster. I can't say it's easy. It disrupts the household. Our routine is changed or is modified, worrying about that dog. How's that dog doing? What are they capable of? How fearful are they? Mostly we've fostered dogs with fear-related problems. Some aggression, but mostly just fear-related and uncomfortable, afraid of the human hands.
And you have to be really vigilant with unknown dogs. You don't know whether or not they might be destructive. You may need to put up gates, do things like that.
We're always sitting down on the floor with the dog, petting the dog, or making corrections, telling them the word off if they're jumping on us, telling us. We rarely use no, we use the words for them to know that, look at me, there's an issue here. When I say no, it's severe. If a dog tries to run out the front door, for example, that's severe. I correct it with a harsh no.
Regarding triggers, which you started with, is generally we don't know what triggers a dog may have when they come. There's not much known about them. So we do watch for that, and if we find triggers, then we begin to work on whatever that trigger may be. And that may involve avoiding those triggers initially while they're getting comfortable, and then once they're more comfortable, beginning to gradually expose them to those things in a manner where they can manage it.
On January 1st, 2022, my family adopted a stray dog that changed our lives for the better. I found an ad on Craigslist for dogs needing to be rehomed. A kind woman named Donna Stewart replied and sent pictures of many dogs she was rehoming. I picked out a dog named Pepper, now named Pepsi, a 1-year-old terrier mix. Donna mentioned that Pepsi was scared of everyone and everything and would need lots of time to settle in and come out of her shell. On December 31st, 2021, me and my parents drove down to Forsyth to meet her. Terrified of every move we made, Pepsi would cautiously take treats from us and run right back to Donna. Donna told us that Pepsi was abused by a man and lived on the streets for 3 months before she was able to catch her. No progress was made with her the day we met, but we adopted her the next day. It took months for Pepsi to come out of her shell. Although she still struggles with fearfulness, it is super minor, and after 2 years, she has become so confident and made tremendous progress. Donna Stewart lives in Forsyth, Missouri. She rescues many stray dogs, showing them what a loving home is like and gets them ready for a forever home.
Hi, my name is Donna Stewart. I live in Forsyth, Missouri, and I rescue animals. I've always done it on my own. People would start tying them to my tree. They would tie them to my porch. I've had people knock on my door and just throw the dog in my arms and turn around and walk away. If I see them on the side of the road, I'll definitely pick them up and try to find their owner if they're in pretty good condition. If not, then I just go ahead and try to rehome it. I don't think it very fair for animals to go through the abuse and suffering and, neglect that some owners give them. And if they don't care anything more about their animal, then I have to get them and protect them and show them what love really is all about. The basic care that anyone could give to any animal is love. Love, patience, time, and make sure that you get it healthy. Well, they can get involved. I'm not an organization. I do this all on my own. But they can donate monetarily food, blankets, cleaning supplies to any of the organizations that is out there, because every one of them need help. My groomer brought me a couple of dogs. One was, I named her Nervous Nellie, and then she had a companion that was a little bit larger than she was. The companion pretty much protected her. We did get her adopted out. She is doing really good. She lives with a single woman. She takes really good care of her. But the other little puppy, it took a little bit longer to find her a home. She was very abused, the same as her sibling that was put out in the winter in the woods. Very neglected, very thin, in bad shape medically. And one day a family came to adopt her, and now she has the most perfect life. She has overcome most of her anxieties, and all it took was a lot of love, patience, time, and just the environment that she was in. She settled down quite nicely, and her name is Pepsi.
In conclusion, there are many different ways you can help stray dogs with anxiety or behavior issues, such as providing shelter and food to animals, offering medical care, socialization and training, and foster and adoption programs at shelters. As quoted by a staff member at the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri, fostering saves a lot of lives around here.